Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Last time on the Mamool Ja quests, we actually unlocked the mount that I'm riding right now, but I didn't actually have enough currency. I just wanted to show that off before we get on with the next quest. I believe what we did was we actually went and found these beasts and tamed them, and now in the background you've probably seen there's one that's just flying around, like, I think it was like scaring away the predators or the pests. I think that was the issue we had. Well, let's go ahead and talk to Ruvoll Ja and start up the next one. A Hoobigo's return. Concern is writ plain on Ruvoll Ja's face. The branch bearers have settled in nicely. Those pesky bugs are gone, and our next harvest is well on its way. Only local beasts have been encroaching upon Gokagoma recently, threatening our workers and trampling our crops. We've taken immediate action, of course. I asked Ruvoll Ja if he could develop some kind of repellent, like the two of you once did for the wild weaveries. I was just about to go and pick up the prototype. Since you're here, why don't you come along? Sounds good. Except I don't know how I'm coming along when you walk away into the out of existence, but okay. Let's head on over and meet up with him. Alright, I thought he was gonna head over to Gokagoma, not, yeah, I probably read that wrong. Anyway. Ruvoll Ja has been of incredible help. Not only does he manufacture our hardening equipment, he even fashions research tools for Engir. You know, this guy was all doubting himself and stuff in his, in one of the prerequisite quests. But, like, he's actually been really helpful. Brilliant. Now this is a pleasant surprise. Look well. I reworked the old smoke bombs into traps that issue smoke for an extended period, allowing ample time for our farmers to flee if necessary. But these are only a stopgap. Able-bodied fighters patrolling the area would do a far better job for security, if you ask me. Yeah, well, are we, like, short on hands, so... That may be so, but we can't spare any of our workers. We may have to try recruiting Mamool Ja, who've moved to Ruvoll, like me. Since you've got a knack for convincing people, I'd like you to join me. My first stop will be Expulsion, so stop by when you have a moment. Actually, you know, recruiting Mamool Ja from Ruvoll wouldn't be a bad idea, because it would get them to see that Mamook is actually changing. In the same way that, what was his name again? Ruvoll Ja came back because he heard that Mamool Ja, that the Mamook was, like, changing their ways with blessed siblings. Off he goes. He's always been earnest, that one. It's just a matter of conveying his thoughts coherently to others. Are we gonna have to do that thing again? Where we end up having to do the talking? Actually, today I was editing, the prerequisite quests for the Mamool Ja quests. That's why that's why everything's fresh in my memory. Okay, now where did he say to go? Wherever that is. He said... I don't remember what he actually said, but I don't see it on the map there. Also, I'm gonna complain about Ruvoll Aether Current spacing again, where there's no Expulsion. That's the place that he said. Like, I guess going to the Resplendent Quarter and falling down the cliff would be a little faster. Alright, Ruvoll Ja, having trouble conveying your thoughts again? I'm relieved to see you hale and whole. When you said you were returning to Mamook, I didn't know what to think. Ah, you're here. I was just catching up with an old friend. In fact, he was kind enough to direct me to Mamool Ja, a fellow expatriate. Oh yeah, expatriate from Mamook. I didn't realize that's how you spelled that. Normally, Mamool Ja works as a bodyguard, but as luck would have it, he's relaxing by Down Ripple tonight. Let's go and find him. Except it's 3 in the morning, but okay. Mamool Ja should be somewhere near Down Ripple. Take care of Ruvoll Ja, won't you? Well, considering I can't leave him alone, I think he'll be fine. Alright, Ruvoll Ja, it looks like you found our Mamool Ja friend. This is Mamool Ja, one of the finest fighters I know. I hope he'll hear us out. Well, if you let me do the talking, you know, with my stoic nods. Well, well, aren't I popular today? Wait, I know you. You're the Dawn Servant's right-hand woman. Sure. Even you, Mamool Ja. I had no idea Brilliant was such a celebrity. Celebrity doesn't begin to describe it. Well, at least this guy knows me. At least, not among us mercenary types. To become a fighter like Brilliant Mason, recognized by the Well of Resolve herself. It's a dream for no few of us. Weren't they all like saying that Wooklamot was weak, and now suddenly everybody's like, yeah, we respect the third promise, and you know, we always did, definitely. So, to what do I owe this honor, Ruvoll Ja? I thought you'd gone back to Mamook. I have, and I want you to return with me. Don't take this the wrong way, but even if Mamook has changed, I still prefer the freedom of Tuliolol to that dismal forest. Besides which, you can eat here. Truly eat. A jewel just doesn't compare to what the city can offer. Well, we're actually working on that. But that's the whole point. We have more vegetables than ever, and we're still planning to add more. We're talking about Mamook, yes? Uh-huh. Aren't we? Maybe start from the beginning, Ruvoll Ja. Did you mention the Gainery? Yeah, you should probably start from the beginning. Oh, that's right. He doesn't know yet. Let me explain. Yeah, you should probably explain the whole, like, situation here, because that's not going to make any sense if you just say, oh yeah, they have vegetables now. Well, color me impressed. A Mamook that not only grows something other than nodule, but works with outsiders to do so. Exactly! We need to protect what we've worked so hard to build. Would you help us? Fine. Since you're this invested, I'll go and give it a look. But if I'm forced to eat even a single nodule, I'm out of there. Haha, fair enough. Gulma is a sight to behold, though. You won't regret this. Well, we got one more helping hand. I mean, do we really need that many people? Because, like, the area isn't that big. Okay, let's go out to Yaktil and then teleport on down to Mamook. Yep, that's where we're headed. I actually forgot to actually check where we were going. Okay, looks like he should be down here. Oh, I see him with his big pink armor. That's still a bit weird. Some of our crops are still young, but to have this much variety thriving so vigorously, it's a wellspring of hope. I know a thing or two about hope. By the gods, there isn't a nodule in sight! Now I understand your excitement. This is an unprecedented achievement for Mamook. Isn't it? We need to shore up our defenses, and that's where you come in. What do your eyes see that mine don't? A weak fence for starters. You have supplies and tools to reinforce them, I hope. The tools I'll take care of, and Brilliant is as good a gatherer as you'll find. Well, yeah, I'm max gathering. Oops. There was another sentence at the end there. Then I'd have you bring us supple ivy for the new barriers. You should be able to find some around ankle deep. Why would he know this? He hasn't been in Mamook forever. We'll apprise Angier of our plans. Once you have the supplies, you can deliver them directly to her. We're counting on you. Well, isn't everyone? I mean, the plot doesn't move forward unless I do something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get that ivy. Looks like it's over pretty darn far. How annoying. Anyway, this quest line is wrapping up the plot thread that we left during the MSQ. Because it seems like we're actually, you know, like getting them set up for the farming and everything. Because that was one of the issues that we resolved during the Rite of Succession. Okay, let's go ahead and get 3 of these. Also, I think I figured out how to do 3 of these really easily. Yeah, you just do this to get 100%. Then that gets you 4, whatever. I figured out a way to do this a while ago. Oh wait, and then you need to do Nafika's tidings. And then that will give you 3. Anyway, let's head back over to Mamook and wrap this one up. It was nice and quick. And then we'll get to reinforce that fence. Alright, Engir. I've got the ivy. Now, did he actually tell you that what I was doing? Welcome back. I understand we're reinforcing our fences. Yes, we are. And here's the ivy to do that. Lovely. I believe this is precisely what Ruvoll Ja described. I hope a sturdy wall will solve our problems. Well, it won't completely solve them, but it should certainly help. Well, yeah, everything's growing up a good bit more. Oh yeah, they just got full on like vegetables and everything. This is way more than what we had before. I'm surprised by how many of Mamool Ja's associates hearkened to his call. Thanks to their patrols, our granary feels safer than ever. Beasts should no longer trouble us, and come harvest time, we should have more than enough people to lend a hand. It looked like you had enough of a harvest already. I'll admit, the glow of our yield surprised me at first. But closer inspection revealed that these plants mirror nodule in their reaction to the etheric environment. Their appearance has no negative effect on nutrients nor palatability. More Ruvoll Ja expatriates have now gathered in Gokgoma to protect its precious bounty. Given the regularity of harvests, a space has been allocated for the trade of fresh produce. This can only bode well for the Ruvoll Ja and their dietary repertoire. I mean, yeah. They've just been eating bananas. I'd say adding some vegetables to their diet is good. Gokgoma, reputation up. Your reputation has increased to respected. You have achieved your respected reputation with the farmers of Gokgoma. New Ruvoll Ja's daily society quests are now available from Ruvoll Ja at Gokgoma. I'll do those later. Furthermore, you will now be able to undertake 3 additional quests to Ruvoll Ja for reputation bonus. It's usual stuff. I have access to a wider selection of wares. Let's go ahead and check out what we unlocked. Hopefully I have enough of the currency. So I did make sure to do them a couple times this week. Okay, yeah, you get the Orchestrion Scroll. Home at Heart. It looks like I'll need to make sure to do this a couple more times this week. Make sure I have enough of the currency so that we can buy the thing for next time.